Hello there, I am Big Alias. And hey, check it out. Do you remember in my 2022 video, my Modern Warfare 2 2022 video, I said something along the lines of, hey everybody, it's a week ago, and then check it out. So I used to do Christmas and New Year at the end of the year, which is crazy. Why would I do that? Who's got time for that shit? So in follow-up to that, this is my New Year commentary. We're going to talk about New Year stuff. It's great, right? I busted out the mic. I'm sat in my kitchen following Christmas. Christmas is done now. Do you have a good time? Did you enjoy your turkey? Did you enjoy your booze? And everything else. I'm not entirely sure what you would do. Of course, if you did celebrate Christmas, that's great. If you didn't, that's also great. But if you did, then I hope you had a really good time. You know, it's it's overwhelming. It's an overwhelming time of the year. Particularly for someone like me, I have money to make and presents to buy and stuff like that. And of course, this was our first Christmas as a three. So it was just us three this year, and even for my daughter, it was so overwhelming for her. Just surrounded by those presents. Now, of course, she was spoiled and bought everything under the sun. We come to the conclusion we either have to find somewhere to put all these toys or open a toy shop with the sheer amount that she's got, with some sort of giraffe mascot situation. But she has so many freaking presents. Yeah, and even she was overwhelmed. Like, it's such a hectic time of year. It's absolutely crazy. We just got back from 4 straight days of just doing stuff with family, stuff like that. But we're home now, and it's calmer. And yeah, like I said, I hope you had a good Christmas. I think the best types of Christmases are the ones where it's kind of chill and you just sort of do what you want. But again, a hectic Christmas can be very good, and I think it was this year. But it's New Year's next, and I won't be going out, obviously. No, I won't be going out. I'm old now. I won't be going out partying or drinking. Although, try to stop me from drinking. I got a lovely bowl of Black Label for Christmas from my parents. Yeah, man, they still look out for me with the Black Label. My best friend is Johnny Walker. So New Year is coming, and of course the New Year's resolutions. Now, do you have your New Year's resolutions, guys? You got your New Year's resolutions sorted? Do you have a sticky note attached to the top of Mount Everest? Because if you don't, you're a loser, dude. New Year, new me. Yeah, that's right, Karen. New Year, new me. What does it mean? It makes no sense to me. It's New Year's resolutions are one of those things. I like to call them Fryisms. The reason I call them Fryisms is because one of my favourite things that Stephen Fry ever said was that a phone call is like someone tapping you on the shoulder and saying, "Hey, excuse me, talk to me now. Talk to me now. I want you to talk to me." And that really resonated with me. He's kind of right, and it applies to these the notion of like things that seem okay to say and do, but when you really think about it and recontextualize it in any way, shape, or form, it's kind of a bit rude. It's a little bit rude, honestly, if you go anywhere beyond the surface. And I think a New Year's resolution is too. Hold up, that wasn't rude, dude, because everybody burps. But no, I think it's a little bit rude, like saying, "Hey, dude, check it out, like something's wrong with you." So figure that out, get to the bottom of it, and sort that shit out. But not yet. Don't do it yet, because we have to wait for an arbitrary time where the Earth is positioned in a particular way to the sun. Once that's done, and once our calendar rolls over, then you can begin improving yourself. But for now, you're going to have to live with those demons. It's only December the 3rd, so good luck. Live with those. It isn't actually December 3rd. It's 28th at the time of recording. But yeah, I think it's just like, it's just a little bit weird, presumptuous, a little bit rude, and I find it bizarre. I tend not to set New Year's resolutions. I think a lot of change happens to me at the end of the year naturally, and maybe subconsciously I'm sort of, putting those changes on the back burner and waiting until the end of the year. But typically, actually, more things usually happen to me in December than they do in January. Maybe in the gear up to my subconscious telling me that I'm ready to change, I sort of jump the start, so to speak. But yes, New Year's resolutions, I don't think I have any this year. I mean, why would I? I just want things to continue as they are. I think it's more of like it's less of a New Year's resolution and more that I just have so much anxiety going into next year. Like I said in my previous commentary, this was a huge year for me, and a huge year comes with huge responsibilities. And one thing that I hadn't really considered becoming older, and one thing I'd recommend to you if you do begin the sort of first step on the ladder of quote unquote adulthood, moving out and having kids, having a family and everything, is that with all of these, extra responsibilities, there's a maintenance to it. And I think this is more so now than ever before, because back in the day you could say, well, look, if my office job doesn't work out, I can go work in the supermarket, we can buy cheaper brands, but we'll be okay. Nowadays there is so much fucking maintenance that you have to pay attention to constantly. And forms, dude, this year I got another electoral form, and I think my previous one came 2 years ago when we had just moved into the flat. It's just constant, like, hey, just people tapping on your shoulder going, hey, you doing all right? Keep it up. Oh, you're not? Oh, cool. Fuck you. Keep it up. It's just, there's a lot. And I think going into next year, rather than focusing on New Year's resolutions, it's just trying to maintain. In terms of this channel, though, I do, not a New Year's resolution, but I do intend on trying to keep consistent with this. It is lovely to get things off my chest. And I will say, one of the big changes that happened to me this year is that I gave up Twitter, and I really have been minimizing my social media interaction. And obviously I've had to replace it with something. I have been studying, oh man, it's so nerdy, but I've been listening to the Universe Today podcast. I've been studying astronomy. I listened to a couple of lectures from, one of those, Princeton or something like that. It's on YouTube. One of those Harvard, maybe not Harvard, one of those universities in America. I watched one of those. I'd like to continue doing that. And I've left it super late. It never interested me until I had a kid. But next year I'm hoping to get my driving license, which is going to be a whole thing because it takes 6 months to book one of those damn things. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on New Year's resolutions, but not really. Bit of a ramble on this one. I just wanted to talk, have a chat, check in, and end this year with a nice little neat commentary. Hopefully I can get this up before or just after the new year. And I honestly, genuinely, really from the bottom of my heart, hope that everyone has a very prosperous 2023. I think it's going to be a tough year for everyone, so I think try everything you can to focus on being prosperous, doing things and making yourself feel good. And I would definitely recommend finally getting around to studying something that you've been meaning to get around to. It does feel great. But yeah, so have a tremendous year, and I'll see you on the next one. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I will not drop in focus on this channel all year. So I guess I will see everyone later. Hello everyone, I know this is very unorthodox to see my face at the end of one of these, but I thought I'd end the year with my face. I just want to say a huge, massive, genuine thank you to everyone who's checked out the channel this year. I know it's not too many, and that's fine, but a genuine huge thank you. It's been a crazy year this year. Lots has gone on. I spent most of it exhausted, and having something to focus on like this has been really helpful. And particularly when I see people, even if I get like a vaguely okay performing video, and when I get comments and stuff like that, it really does just energize me and perk me up for the day. So for every time that's happened, I want to say thank you for a fun 2022, and hopefully we can do the same next year. So thank you very much.